City, they have this big Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week. And all the biggest name designers worldwide come to New York City. They have couture runways. They have these huge shows. And this is the iron that they use. We'll get into some of those details. First, I want to introduce you to Diana Irvine. How are you?
Hello, sir.
Welcome,
nice
welcome.
to be with you.
Fashion designers, by the sheer nature of them being artists,
Yes.
means that sometimes they can be difficult.
Particular.
I want you to imagine a designer in New York who has worked for months, maybe years, to create their favorite look, and then they realize that it's wrinkled right before they go out onto the runway.
Yes.
That isn't going to happen. So, this iron and Rowenta is an aspirational brand. They are the #1 best-selling name of irons here at QVC. This is a professional quality iron. High wattage, 1,800 watts. You can't get more.
That's right.
They're limited edition irons in purple. We also have teal. And we've got them at $98.95. And Diana, these are the exact same irons that the designers used in New York.
This is what was given to them for Spring 2015 Fashion Week. Always such a pleasure for Rowenta to be the official garment care sponsor of that event and to give this tool that they trust on those expensive couture fashions, but then the rest gets to come here to QVC, sort of as limited edition, and that, you know, this is the spring version, but also in tons of power and tons of performance because of the features involved. You've got so many things built into this. You've got a brand new 3D sole plate, which I'll tell you about in a minute why that's special. The Steam Force technology, which is our most technologically advanced technology. The 1,800 watts, which you mentioned, most power available. The precision tip, which helps you get around buttons, cuffs, collars, waistbands. The burst of steam, which means this is actually a vertical steamer and an iron. Safety features for auto off, huge water tank so you don't have to keep refilling it, but most importantly, how much is your time worth? This will help you cut your time in half
easily
and give you the results of a professional in one pass. This iron is so smart that I am pulling a trigger that's right under the handle here, and all I did was set this on linen, and it precisely pumps out the exact amount of steam I need in one pass to make this linen pant look pressed and perfect. That is results, but that's also what you get from Rowenta.
Well, we've had 35,000 QVC customers who have bought this iron. The retail value on the iron, by the way, is $131. We've got it on the air at under $100, $99 and change. We kind of slide by in the summer and get away with a little less ironing. Then we're going to be starting, get back into the khakis, darker fabrics, heavier fabrics as we step into fall. And that's exactly what this iron loves. You can still find cheapo irons out there, but they leak, they spit, they
don't
drip.
have all the features, and that's what's really different. Every house needs an iron. So you say, why would I want to invest that much in an iron? Well, if you don't want to replace your iron every 6 months to a year, this is the tool. You're not going to replace this. You should not have to replace this for any time, soon, years and years. But the features are what are going to make your life easier.
It's all about the steam.
Right. So first of all, if you get a typical iron like this, $20, $30, $40, it's not going to put out a lot of steam because the wattage isn't typically that high. But the steam chamber, which is where water goes in your brand X type of iron, is about the size of my thumb. This is the steam chamber for Rowenta. For this iron, it is pumped on to this sole plate versus dripped like it usually is with Rowenta irons. Pumped on, which means it's going to give you 30% more steam. And like you mentioned, steam is the story. So with the steam is how you cut your ironing time down and how you get that great result.
Do I have to use any special water with this?
No, just regular tap water, which is so simple. And then you're going to set the dial to the type of fabric, and then you're just going to iron away. And what also is unique is this 3D sole plate, which traps that steam underneath the sole plate so that it stays on the fabric longer, penetrating the fibers of the fabric, loosening them up so that when you go by it, it smooths and your wrinkles are gone.
There's actually a science to getting wrinkles out of clothing. Here's a good example. The power of vertical steaming, and not all irons are powerful enough for the vertical steaming. Some of you just flat out hate to iron. With
and
vertical
I don't
steam
think people
power,
realize you can vertical steam with an iron because most irons you can't vertical steam because they don't have the wattage or the steam output.
Agreed.
But one of the reasons why I love Rowenta, and I think you do too, I know you love to iron, but
I actually find it to be weirdly relaxing.
and
I know that's crazy, but
you appreciate good tools. So,
I do.
So weirdly relaxing, yes, maybe, but also you want the best of the best because you got to get the job done, and you want it to be done quickly and easily, and that's how you get
And
it.
we're getting to our end of our season. This was the spring Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, and it was the biggest event this year ever. More designers, more fun. This is the exact iron that the designers were presented with to prepare their clothing for the runway. We are down to limited quantities. We still have purple, we still have teal. It's a $131 iron, but you're going to spend $98.95 to get it to you. We've got free shipping and handling. That's nice. That'll save you a few bucks. But we are getting into fall. We tend to do a little bit more ironing for, you know, the back to school. The fabrics are soon changing again to our heavier fabrics. This is the time to pick it up. While we still have it, take 6 months in which to pay for it. If you've seen Rowenta irons on the air for years, because you've been here now, Rowenta's a brand name 20 plus years.
Oh, yes.
It's time to try a professional iron. Because if you've only worked with a drugstore iron before, you've never seen how easy it can be.
Such a difference. And I think that's one of the neatest things is when people discover that not all irons are created equal, that ironing can actually be really simple and you don't have to dread it. This is what you're going to do. You're going to plug it in, you're going to fill it up, tap water right here, fill it up, set the dial. In about 30 seconds it heats up, and then literally you're just going to do a couple of passes. If you're ironing on the board, or if you don't even have an ironing board, you can set a towel down on your bed and then iron over that. And look what you can do so quickly. If these are cargo pants for the fall, you know, this looks terrible when you leave home and everything is all kind of disheveled, but you can take care of that in no time. Heats up, 30 seconds, zip over it, just like this, run out the door, and you look like you're put together and professional.
I dry clean my shirts, but I do all of my own ironing. And my wife, by the way, who hates to iron, really appreciates the fact that I don't mind it at all. So it's funny though, trying to iron her stuff, it's like ironing little Barbie clothes.
Little tiny clothes.
Yeah, I'm used to doing my dress shirts, and she'll go, can you iron this blouse? And it feels so itty bitty. That precision tip on the end gets around
so
buttons
helpful.
easier than any iron I've ever worked with. It's professional quality at a great price. No reorder available on this. What we've got is all that we can present. Over 35,000 of you